Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm really excited to be here tonight with Sally. Her and I met through a mutual company, and we are looking at test-based nutrition. And I just recently got back from a conference in Orlando, learning all about it. But I just love Sally's story, heard her on a recording recently, and wanted her to share a little bit of knowledge with all of you.
Sure, I'd love to. Well, thanks for asking me to come and do this with you because, we're both really new to this because, this product and test is new to Canada. And, you're on one side and I'm on the other. I'm in the Vancouver area and you're where?
I'm actually in the East Coast in New Brunswick.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're glad to be here because we think that, people need to know about this. Okay. So, for me, what you liked was the stats that I shared. But what I'm going to share with you first, if I can, is that, like I've been in the industry of just having my own business, my online business, taking different brands. I've never been really tied fully. I was one time tied to one, but I just like sharing with people, health and wellness and anti-aging and aging gracefully is my thing, right? However, what you heard, I know, is that I never knew ever about this test that you could do that tells you your omega 6 and 3 balance. And I'm like, well, what is that? Did you know?
Well, actually, and I'm 55 and I do a lot of supplements. I never know if they work or not. And I've always thought it would be great. Wouldn't it be nice to know if the money I'm spending monthly on supplements, if it's working for me? So, and I didn't actually know the importance of omegas until recently and blew my mind. And I just can't help but want to share it with everybody.
No, I know. And that's how I feel. So I didn't know that. I just knew that for many people, the supplements that I shared with people, I got some relief or felt some things, but I was never that person. And so I've spent a lot of money. I've taken handfuls of things at literally. And then now I know what my issue is. So I was shared this. This in here is a little blood test, and I don't like pricking myself, but it didn't even hurt. I was so shocked. So anyway, I just pricked the side of my finger. I put 2 drops on the paper and I sent it away. I sent it away to Norway because that is where this company does all of their tests. And reason what being is it's not kind of like world renowned, really. It's like Harvard, different companies. This one of the largest places to get all blood work done. So, and what I want to point out is that I was like, well, I don't know how I feel about putting my blood and DNA out there in this day and age. Guess what? It's a number on the inside. When you, after you do it, you prick your finger, put a couple drops on, and on one side it says save this. It's got a number to it. And you just go onto a website and you pop it in and you're a number. No name,
Great. That was
nothing.
great because I had that question recently,
Yeah.
actually. And
So did I.
yes,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. And then they destroy it after 1 week. So anyway, point is though, it takes 3 weeks to get back to you. Okay. They're busy. It takes 3 weeks to get back to you and you'll get a notification by email. And then you plug your numbers in and you see your result. So what I did is I pricked my finger
Yeah,
and I started taking this balancing oil right out of the gate.
so did I, especially when I found out what balanced omegas do. Like as soon as I found out the importance of that for my body and how my absorption of minerals, vitamins, supplements, um, I was a 9 to 1. I was
Mm.
actually, and everyone goes, that's a great score. The best is 3 to 1, 2 to 1, or 1 to 1. But it doesn't matter. I'm not balanced. So I'm still not absorbing the way I need to absorb nutrients.
No. And so what I learned, what I didn't know, the number that I didn't know, the six that you're supposed to be 6 to 3 to 1, 3 to 1. Omega 6 and omega 3, you're supposed to be 3 to 1,
Right.
1 to 1 ideally. Okay. I was 13 to 1. No surprise. I thought I would be worse. Why? Because of my body. No matter what I do, no matter what I take, I still have some irritations in my body that it's not happy. Whether I have all the brain fog and everything, but more than anything, my joints and my lower back. And I've always had it, and it's been frustrating. I've spent a fortune, I've gone everywhere. And
Right.
then, so when I found out that I'm supposed to be ideally 1 to 1, 3 to 1 is my low where I want to be, right? I was 13 to 1, but not only that, my omega-3 index showing how much omega-3, the good kind, is actually floating around in my red blood cells that I need was 3%. And I'm supposed to be
Right.
8 to 12. And so that immediately there tells you, and I'm someone, do you understand? Like I don't eat junk food all the time. I'm one of these people that they would make fun of me because I take so many things and I do all the holistic way, the natural way. I do everything and I take handfuls of things. I like fish. I do, flax, really high quality omega-3s, and I failed. And I only
Right.
have 3%. And the kicker, this test does 11 different biomarkers, which you can find out more about. We won't go on here, but the other one was my cell fluidity. And I was like, I have to go look that up. So I looked that up. And what that meant is, in other words, I had so much omega-6 in my body that it was surrounding my cells and making them hard, like raisins or like little pebbles, instead of being your cells are supposed to duplicate all fleshy and squishy, like someone said it was like a jellyfish.
Right.
And mine is 12 to 1, you guys. I'm supposed to be 1 to 1. I was like, well, there you go. There
And
you
what,
go. I knew something. So now
yeah,
all the stuff I'm
right,
taking isn't going in.
right.
It's not
And
going in.
the six we produce on our own, am I correct? The six
Mm-hmm.
we produce, omega-6 we produce, but the omega-3s we do have to ingest.
Ingest
We
it.
do have to, right.
Yep.
And the great thing about the balance oil that you showed, or you will, yes, you were showing, it doesn't taste like food. It doesn't
No,
taste bad. And that
no.
the way they manufacture it, produce it, what would the right word be, has the um,
The way they
poly
extract it, the polyphenols. So
polyphenols,
that's the
right?
thing is, yes. So polyphenols, anybody that's listening to this that's in the holistic or really cares about their health is going to know polyphenols, right? So the way that they have made this oil, we can send you information so you can find out all about it, right? We just want to keep this brief and to the point. But what this balancing oil does, proven. They've been this has been happening for years in Europe. Is proven that it's going to now take you to engine light on,
Yeah.
engine light off in 4 months. Why 4 months? Because your red blood cells turn over in 120 days. So I pricked my finger, I started it right away. And then I'm going to get my result, which I got my results back in 3 weeks or so, right? So I have that result. I told you what it was. It's not good. Do
Right.
you know what it said to me when I put it into Chat GPT? Because I didn't fully understand all the biomarkers in there. It told me
Right.
in a nutshell that I was a high risk of cardiovascular.
Right.
Hello.
Right.
So so now I know. I didn't know. And here I'm taking handfuls of supplements and spending a fortune and it's not even going in. And then my brain, listen, if you're a man or woman, but I'm speaking to you ladies,
Yeah.
they're going to put the M word on you from menopause, or A word is arthritis, or F word for fibromyalgia. How about, I should say, how about that it's just inflammation stuck in your body and your cells are reproducing hard. Anything you're taking is not going in. The food, everything you put in your mouth is pretty much nowadays contaminated in some which way, shape, or form. Unfortunately, this is why we supplement. We
That's
supplement because,
unfortunate.
yeah, because of all the things. I mean, you want to eat fish, but there's so much mercury in it. Like, where do you go? So now, some people that I was waiting for my results to come back, they had showed their results and got their green results back in like the 4 months plus, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, like they were so high. They were walking heart attacks, like 33, 44, 55 to 1. And now they're down at that 3.5 to 1. Like by taking this,
Right.
that
And
is
I think
so reasonable.
if I couldn't afford anything else, I would afford that. And you know what?
Yeah,
It's so reasonable. I believe for in Canada, it's $56.
yeah,
And that to me is an affordable amount. Because if you add up
absolutely.
all the other, the B12 or the B complex, my vitamin D, the vitamin C,
Mm-hmm.
all the things that I'm taking,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, but if I'm not absorbing it properly, the D,
Yes.
the vitamin D. So, yeah, so I honestly cannot. Once I knew this, I'm like, I will always have this in my life. It's been in Europe for 15 plus years, this exact
Yes, it
test, but the
has.
company's been around for 20.
Yeah. And they
And
have,
this
and
is the
so,
first test in Canada. There's more
yeah,
coming. Like
yeah,
I'm
there
so
are.
pumped at, test-based nutrition. We hear
Yeah.
about it. We can't go and get this test. And when we do, it costs money in Canada.
Yes.
Our nutritionists, if you go to them, they will test you. But this is a test that you can get proven and take an oil and you know you're going to get results. They send you the second test for free.
Free.
So that to me
Huge.
spoke volumes.
Like, who
Spoke
does that?
volumes.
Who does
Yes.
that? So you get two blood tests. So in Canada, we kind of like had some people in Alberta, in Ontario, and in BC that said if they went to Life Labs, which do not do this whole test, they only do
Okay.
your omegas. Not they don't do a omega 6 3. None of them do it.
Okay.
But it was $140 in Ontario. I think it was 150 in Alberta. It goes up to $160 for a blood
Yep.
test. You're going to get two. In other words, for this, you're paying for a blood test. You're going to get another one for free. If you come back balanced, you get your money back. Like, duh. Like, it's just an absolute no brainer. But again, what makes this completely different than we've ever done and why we want to share it with people is because if you know someone that right now is having brain fog, they have any kind of anything to do with the brain, whether it be Alzheimer's and all the different things. We're not saying that it's going to cure anything. I'm never saying that. But what I am saying is your brain is spongy. It's a fatty, fluid, spongy thing. But if you have too much of the omega 6 in your blood, guess what's happening? You're going to not feel clear. So people
Right.
are starting to feel completely different with aches and pains, with eyesight, with brain fog, with joint stuff, everything just by taking this oil. And
Well,
it's a game changer. It's
yeah.
absolutely loaded with polyphenols in it that is totally different because when people make other omega 3s, it has to go through a process of cleaning. So all those fish and everything, it has to go through a cleaning process and it strips out the polyphenols. So
Right.
they found a way through an olive oil. It does have some other like sardini, like little fishies in there, but the way that they have done it, along with their patented blend, it's proven to work. Proven.
Well,
I think that's a game changer.
hands down, like for me, there's history of cardiac issues in my family. So, female or not, there's still a high chance. And I am not, I do my best to eat like around the outside of the grocery store,
Yes.
Whole Foods, but we do eat packaged goods. I do work full time. I get busy. We make it
Yeah.
easy for us. I'm not a fast food girl. I'm celiac. But again, now that I know my results, I definitely need to change for myself. And I want to help family and friends change. Like to me,
Mm-hmm.
it's about learning and using
Yeah.
the knowledge we have
Yeah.
and making some changes. So,
Yeah. And I know that
yes.
some of the people that we have joined here with us at the same time and we're all just wanting to share this, a question was asked to Orion, like, ZINZINO guy. And, like, so do we have to change our diet with this? And
Right.
he laughed back and he said, yeah, as if we're going to get people to do that. Do we
Right.
want them to? Yes, we want you to. But are you going to? A lot of you are not going to stop your Doritos or your potato chips because you really like them. And guess what? I'm going to tell you a few stats here before we go. And this will end it right here. And you need to say comment Berg, Dr. Berg, comment Berg, and one of us will get you the video. Okay. Um, if you like potato chips, you're just 60 to 1. 60 to 1. If you eat chicken, 17 to 1. 17. So the reason for 17 to 1 on a chicken is because they're fed grain and then you're eating it. Okay.
Right.
So what was the other one? Seed oils. This is the big thing. And you're going to see it all over social media now because everyone's starting to wake up to this world. But seed oils are 70 to 1. You have no fighting chance. If you go out for lunch, if you go out for dinner, you go and have a charcuterie board and wine at your friend's house, you are taking in seed oils. If you have a barcode on anything that you have in your cupboard, you are taking in seed oils because they don't use what they used to. Back in the day, they used to have tallow and
Right.
good product. Like that's how actually McDonald's used to cook their French fries in tallow, beef tallow. Now it's all oils. I mean,
Yes.
people went to margarine off of butter. Everyone's
Yeah.
into low fat. Low fat is not good. All these
No,
substitutes are not good, and we're just doing it. We've gone along with it. People are looking at the food chart that comes out for us. But the thing is, what we now have learned, and it's taken far too long. And so if you could find out the health of your cells in your body and how fast you are aging, would you want to know about it? And if you do, I would say to get a hold of Michelle. If you're seeing it because it's me, get a hold of me. And all we're going to do is share with you. We're not trying to sign you up or getting you to like do something you don't want to do. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to join anything. But if you see that there's something to this, it's brand new to Canada. It's brand new and in the United States. And I just think this is something that's going to be spectacular. And
based
later on,
nutrition
yeah, test-based nutrition. Test, don't guess. Let's do it. Let's just
makes
find out
sense.
so that you're stop wasting your money everywhere else and just find out what's going on in your body. I think it's brilliant. Oh, and eggs are 28 to 1. If you aren't getting them pasteurized or as unpasteurized, whatever, on the off the farm.
Shelf. Yeah.
Yeah. The one I'm so fussy when I'm buying eggs, the ones that say omega on the top. Since this thing now and learning and Dr. Berg, I flip over the container of the eggs and they're fed grain. All the ones that I'm spending all the high money on, because it's veggie fed, they're grain fed. Then it's 28 to 1. I'm like, no, 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 no. So, but here's the thing. I'm
It's
taking the
shocking.
oil. It's
It's
evening
shocking.
out.
It's right. It's shocking, but there's answers and there's a way to help ourselves. And I love it. And I'd be willing to help you. And I love that we've connected tonight. And thank
Yes.
you for your time,
Thank
Sally.
you so much. I just can't wait to get everybody to know about this. I
Oh, me
can't wait.
too. Keep chatting.
Blood
We'll
don't
keep
lie.
we'll keep sharing. That's right. Blood doesn't lie.
Mm-mm.
Thank you.